I was Ethan Miller's biggest fan. Everyone thought I was head over heels for him, even willing to get plastic surgery to look like his first love, just to be a stand-in. So he started acting recklessly, flirting with other girls and letting them insult me. A friend advised him to tone it down, but Ethan just shrugged it off. She loves me so much, she'd never leave. Later, he proposed, down on one knee, and I turned him down flat. It's not right, it's not like him. That man, the real him, would never propose to me. Everyone knew that Ethan's two relationships with me were both because he was hurting over Olivia Carter. When Olivia rejected his confession, he turned to me. When Olivia went abroad, he came back to me. I was like an NPC in a novel, filling in the plot until the main character returned, and then I had to step aside. Maybe my compliance gave him the courage to be reckless, or maybe Olivia's departure spurred him on. But Ethan, who had always been a one-woman man, started playing the field, with a new girl on his arm every other week. Everyone thought he just saw me as a disposable placeholder. But gradually, it seemed like Ethan was falling for me again. I don't know when it started, but he stopped seeing other girls, started cooking with me, watching movies. During thunderstorms, he'd hold me close, cover my ears, and soothe me to sleep. At parties, he'd hold my hand, talking about our future with a bunch of playboy rich kids. Me and Sarah, we're gonna have a whole bunch of kids. We were so in love, everyone was jealous. But what wasn't meant to be, will never be. Just when everyone thought he'd finally settled down, Olivia came back. He dumped me, right in front of everyone, to go after his first love. Chapter 2. I found out Olivia was back from our friends group chat. It popped up while Ethan and I were at a party. The moment the message appeared, his hand, which was just putting food on my plate, froze. Someone, wanting to stir the pot, projected the group chat onto the TV. That familiar face filled the screen again. Olivia was thinner than 3 years ago, but still beautiful. She had gone abroad to pursue her dreams, but soon got scammed out of everything. Deep in debt, with her family facing hardship, she was left with nothing. The video showed her surrounded by a noisy crowd. His grip on my leg almost crushed my dress. A man near her played with her hair. Why did you dump Ethan Miller, a guy with a gold mine? Call him, act sweet, ask him to bail you out. I recognized him. It was Lewis, a notorious playboy in town, known for treating women terribly. People laughed, saying Ethan was over her, and Olivia had no chance now. Maybe it hit a nerve because fresh tears welled up in her eyes. He has a new life now. I won't bother him. If it wasn't for this illness, I wouldn't have made up an excuse to dump him and go abroad for treatment. He's such a good person, I couldn't bear to hurt him. I'd rather he hated me. She looked at the camera, her eyes full of sadness and pity. I gasped, looking down at the large bruise forming on my leg. The man who had just asked her price rubbed her waist. Don't worry, your Ethan doesn't want you, but we'll take good care of you. We'll make sure you're comfortable. Olivia, usually so meek, slapped his hand away. Don't touch me. Even if I can't be with Ethan, I won't be with anyone else. I'm not selling myself. I want to live with dignity. The man, his pride hurt, yelled at her, calling her a hypocrite. Once you're in here, you do what I say. Let's see if you still act so high and mighty. He grabbed her, and in the struggle, Olivia slapped him. Enraged, he slapped her back, knocking her to the ground. He threw her against a coffee table, ignoring her struggles. People in the group chat cheered him on, saying she deserved it for dumping Ethan. Someone even tagged Ethan, telling him to come rescue his damsel in distress. He glanced at the notifications, feigning disinterest. Who does she think she is? Bothering me with this. He drained his glass, pretending not to care, but I knew he was burning up inside. The next second, he slammed his glass on the table, flipping it over in anger. Glass shattered around me. I instinctively flinched, but then I saw him grab his phone and storm out without looking back. Less than 10 minutes after Ethan left, new videos started popping up in the group chat. Ethan running 5 red lights to save Olivia. Ethan putting his jacket around Olivia. Ethan getting into a fight for Olivia. In the videos, Ethan, furious, beat up the men who had harassed Olivia. Someone posted videos of them leaving together. He bent down to check her injuries, his eyes full of concern. I thought for a moment I might have a chance, but then Ethan posted a warning in the group chat, "Hope no one touches a hair on her head." I closed my phone, the mocking laughter of the others ringing in my ears. See, no one can beat the first love. I thought he'd changed. She just had to beckon, and he ran right back. He fought for the woman who'd broken his heart twice. He left me there alone. To face everyone's ridicule. I don't know how I got home. I was admiring the photographer's skill when the picture was retracted. I chuckled sadly. I'd seen this trick many times before. I put my phone down and went back to cooking. Hours later, as the clock ticked towards midnight, I took a picture of the food and posted it online. The caption, "Another year, safe and sound." Scrolling through my sparse social media history, I realized it was the 4th year. Soon, comments flooded in, "You're still pining over him? He's celebrating with Olivia now. Stop trying to break them up." Then Ethan posted the same picture, with the caption, "Found what I'd lost." Olivia posted a long essay about their on-again, off-again relationship, portraying herself as the devoted heroine waiting for her prince. She completely ignored my relationship with Ethan. She twisted our years together into my one-sided obsession. She commented, "No matter how much others try to interfere, they can't stop our love." Within 2 hours, countless social media accounts were praising their epic love story. Me? I was the scheming villain, the homewrecker. Olivia was the tragic first love who went abroad for treatment, only to return and rekindle her romance. They were the star-crossed lovers, and I was the wicked witch. Ethan's best friend privately messaged me, forwarding their posts, "Don't be sad. I'm not trying to hurt you, just want you to be prepared. He's not worth it. Get lost if you know what's good for you. Don't embarrass yourself. It doesn't matter how much you love him, the first love always wins. A fake is a fake, no matter how much surgery you get." Looking at the countdown timer on my phone, I knew it was time to leave. I didn't want to pretend anymore. I wanted to see the Grand Canyon for him. The next day, I went shopping. As I entered the mall, I saw them together, clinging to each other. Overnight, Olivia had transformed. Radiant, decked out in expensive designer clothes, she looked like a proud peacock. As if she wasn't the one working in a nightclub yesterday. My phone buzzed with notifications. Pictures of designer shopping bags filled the screen. Her sweet voice came through the phone, "Ethan's taking me shopping. It's so sad, you've been together so long, and he never took you shopping, never bought you gifts, right? I'll tell him to bring you some. I have too many, I can't use them all. And I think his taste has gotten so bad since we broke up. Maybe these bags will suit you better." A janitor accidentally bumped into her, and she started cursing loudly. A far cry from the sweet, innocent act she'd been putting on. I noticed we did have something in common. From the side, if you didn't look closely, we were almost identical. Chapter 3. More messages popped up. "I'm so sorry, Ethan didn't mean to leave you like that. If it wasn't for the emergency, he wouldn't have been so rushed. But you've had him for long enough. It's time to give him back. Sorry you got all that hate online. Ethan was all over me last night, I didn't have a chance to apologize." She even made sure to show the hickey on her neck. I took a screenshot, saving the evidence. I replied, "It's fine. You two deserve each other, a cheater and a homewrecker." Seeing my defiant message, Olivia's face changed. Her eyes flashed with venom. She rushed into Ethan's arms, who had just come out of the fitting room, crying about how mean I was. After hearing her exaggerated account, Ethan grabbed his phone, ready to defend her honor. Seconds later, my ringtone echoed behind them. Ethan, who had been furious, froze when he saw me. Olivia sobbed, I just messaged Sarah to apologize, and she called me a homewrecker and you trash. It's all my fault, I shouldn't have gotten sick and made you stay with me all night. The moment Olivia cried, he turned back into that cold, distant man. He held her, comforting her, telling her she didn't need to apologize. Then he turned to me, his eyes icy. If you have a problem, take it up with me. Olivia just recovered, why are you upsetting her? Can't you be more considerate? Just like they say online, you're so vicious. When did you become so petty? I stood there, dazed. I thought, after all these years, he must have loved me. Now I realized, he just lightly tried loving me, then quickly withdrew, saving his heart for his first love, far away. Now that she was back, he poured his heart out to her without reservation. Suddenly, I envied Olivia, being loved so completely. Someone once gave everything for me too, but he was gone. Olivia, ever so understanding, took his hand. Ethan, don't be mad at Sarah. After all, she was with you while I was gone. It's natural for her to be upset. It doesn't matter how long she was with me, 50 years, 100 years, it's not even a fraction as important as you. Before I could speak, Olivia said sadly, Sarah, I'm so sorry. If it wasn't for me, Ethan wouldn't have left you last night. Don't be mad at him, blame me. She glanced at me, a smug look in her eyes. Olivia, you have nothing to apologize for. Being with you is where I belong. He glared at me. No need to explain to irrelevant people. I watched their lovey-dovey act for a while. Since you have someone new, you can come get your stuff from the apartment. Ethan was stunned. I turned and left without waiting for his reply. Before I'd gone far, I received a text. It's fine to find a stand-in to kill time, but you didn't have to pick such a pathetic one. I smiled sadly. Where could I find someone better than him? The countdown was getting closer. My list was almost complete. It was times like these that the longing I had suppressed for him came flooding back. Tears streamed down my face. After a while, I realized my hands were covered in cuts. I was all alone. I continued posting online as usual. The hate messages kept coming. I came back from grocery shopping and found another text. Move on with your life. The dead can't come back. Look forward. I stared at the words for a long time. I laughed humorlessly. How could I ever forget? After that unpleasant encounter, Ethan never contacted me again. Actually, he hadn't paid attention to me since his first love returned. Their posts flooded my social media feeds. Drone light shows over the Hudson River, a path paved with 99,999 roses. Olivia, with tears in her eyes, kissing my boyfriend. A perfect couple. Just like he said, no amount of companionship could compare to her. Good. I thought so too. I started packing, getting ready to leave. 3 years in this apartment, I'd accumulated a lot of stuff. It was a pain to throw it all away. I wanted a clean break. I didn't want any more entanglement with him. Even though he probably didn't care. No matter how long I'd been with him, it wasn't worth a single smile from his first love. But then again, who wasn't? After several trips to the dumpster, the apartment was still full. Chapter 4. It hadn't been long since I left, but the apartment was unrecognizable. Every trace of me was gone. Olivia, wearing an apron, rushed towards me. Sarah, what are you doing here? Ethan and I are having friends over. It's not really a good time for you to be here. We have guests to entertain, we can't really focus on you right now. Why don't you go home? I slapped her across the face. Are you out of your mind? This is my home. You brought a bunch of people here without my permission, eating the food I cooked, and you're asking me why I'm here. Are you drunk? Olivia, knowing she was in the wrong, shrank back. I grabbed my phone to call the police, but Ethan grabbed my arm, his eyes cold. He looked closer, his brow furrowing. Your hand, it's hurt. I yanked my arm away. I stumbled forward. In the short time I'd been gone, every memory I'd carefully preserved had been erased. Each step deeper into the apartment felt like a punch to the gut. The pine scent I loved was gone, replaced by a cloying perfume. My books were gone, replaced by photos of Olivia. The teddy bear on the bed was gone, replaced by a custom-made doll of the two of them. Even the pictures of my cat were gone. Everything that mattered to me, gone. He promised the bear would always be there for me. But even it was gone. Olivia had destroyed almost everything that held meaning for me. My mom and Olivia's mom had a history. Years ago, when my mom was pregnant with my little brother, my dad had an affair with Olivia's mom. She wasn't content being the other woman, always trying to take my mom's place. Her constant scheming caused my mom so much stress that she lost the baby. I was away at college at the time. She fought alone for years, until the mistress got older, and I thought my dad would finally come home. But the mistress's daughter took over where her mother left off. My mom walked in on my dad with a girl my age. Unable to bear it, she jumped off the roof. Everyone thought I didn't know, they said she was drunk and fell. But I had secretly come home that day, to surprise her for her birthday. I saw her body hit the ground. I couldn't understand how someone so beautiful could have such an ugly soul. Her last words to me were to live a good life. Then I met Ethan. He pulled me out of the darkness, at least for a while. I had loved once, in my carefree youth. I loved the man who held me in his hands. Back then, I was still drowning in grief over my mom's death and my dad's affair. Ethan's arrival was a lifeline. I clung to him like he was the only thing keeping me afloat. But as it turned out, the more I invested, the more it hurt. When I finally fell for him, he left. He left because the girl he truly loved finally accepted him. And I was just a temporary distraction. His goddess, his pure and perfect first love, was the daughter of the woman who destroyed my family. Later, heartbroken, I tried to end my life. But I was given a second chance. The teddy bear was the last gift he gave me. After he left, I couldn't sleep. Only holding it, clinging to his lingering scent, could I breathe. But now, it, and everything else, was gone. I grabbed a kitchen knife. I stumbled towards Olivia, grabbing her hair. "Where's my bear?" I screamed, "Where's my bear? Where did you put it? Give it back. Tell me. Where's my bear?" Ethan sighed impatiently. "It's just a doll. What's the big deal?" My body trembled, tears streaming down my face. I remembered him giving me the bear, holding me close, promising over and over. He said the bear would be there for me when he wasn't, so I wouldn't be lonely. He said if he was gone, the bear would always be with me. But even it was gone. I slapped her, tears blurring my vision. It was my only memory. Why did you destroy it? Why? Ethan finally realized something was wrong. He tried to comfort me, but I kicked him away, slapping both of them. "Are you crazy? If you want to have some kinky fun, go do it in the street, I don't care. Why come to my home and destroy my things? Why don't you just die? How can you be so cruel?" He ignored my struggles, holding me tight. "Calm down, Sarah. I'm here. I'm here with you. Be good, don't be angry." The familiar sandalwood scent was gone, replaced by that sickening perfume. The scent was different, he wasn't the same. Chapter 5. After I pressed her, Olivia giggled nervously. "Oh, that doll? I gave it to the homeless guy outside." My stomach churned. I remembered that creepy man, the way he leered at me. Ethan and I searched for him. We found him clutching my bear, a satisfied look on his face, a disturbing glint in his eyes. The bear was stained with something, a strange smell wafting from it even at a distance. But I didn't care, I just wanted it back, no matter what. I reached for it, but he wouldn't let go. As we struggled, the bear ripped open, stuffing spilling out. A small, sparkling bottle fell out, landing on the grass. I fell to the ground, staring at the torn bear, numb. A sharp pain stabbed at my chest. I suddenly felt like there was no point in living. You're gone, and I couldn't even protect the bear you gave me. Are you mad at me? Will you not want me anymore? I stared at the broken doll, tears falling silently. Ethan, who had been silent, pulled me into his arms, whispering, "It's okay, it's just a doll." His words filled me with disgust. Who did he think he was? I remembered him asking about the bear. I had lied, saying I was so heartbroken I needed something to hold on to. I pulled away from him, spitting out one word, "Get out." He froze. Before he could speak, his phone rang. He hesitated, then answered. It was his mother. Her loud, harsh voice pierced my ears. "Ethan, I told you to stay away from that jinx. Olivia's back, what are you still clinging to her for? Come home and be with Olivia." That jinx upset her. She always disliked me, thought I was bad luck, not good enough for her precious son. She preferred Olivia, who she'd known since she was a child. She despised my mom for not being able to keep her husband, unlike her, who successfully drove away the first wife. But how could she be sure she knew what Olivia had been up to all these years? He hung up, but the phone rang again, and again. After countless calls, Ethan slipped away. As soon as he was gone, I struggled to pick up the scattered stuffing. I found the small bottle in the grass. It was filled with tiny, colorful stars, each one with something written on it. I poured them into my hand, trying to read them. A diamond ring rolled out, our initials engraved inside. Kevin loves Sarah. He had wanted to marry me. My steps grew heavy, and I collapsed into the grass. Memories flooded back. After my mom died, I was suicidal. She had become a different person after my dad's affair. To get his attention, she started hurting me, dousing me with cold water in the winter, making me sick, just so he would come see me. When it worked, she escalated, hoping my pain would earn his pity. When he finally saw through her, she took her anger out on me, beating me, telling me I was useless, wishing I was a boy. Then she got pregnant and pushed me away, afraid my bad luck would affect her precious son. But Mom, if someone truly loves you, do you have to go to such lengths to get their attention? After she died, my life was hell. I finally found someone to lean on, and he was gone too. That's when I became suicidal, and that's when I met the love of my life. I was standing on the roof, deciding how to die. He happened to be there, and he saved me. I'll never forget his playful expression as he touched my hair, wincing in pain. "My cat just ran away, there's a vacancy at my place." He took me home, cared for me, healed my wounds. I became his shadow. I traveled with him, rescued animals with him, offered free counseling with him. An elderly woman helped me up. She asked why I wasn't going home. I looked at the dead grass. I want to go home. But I don't have a home anymore. I lived for love. Without it, I couldn't go on. I put the ring on my finger. After calming down, I turned off my phone and went to Arizona for a month. When I finally turned my phone back on, I saw countless missed calls and messages from Ethan. A frantic knocking at the door. Ethan, looking haggard, stood there. He pulled me into his arms, burying his face in my hair. "Sarah, you disappeared without a word. Didn't you think about how I'd feel? What's wrong with you? You weren't like this before." Maybe I'd pretended to be so in love with him for so long. He actually believed it. I looked at his resentful face, reached up to caress it, then slapped him hard. Chapter 6. I've always been like this. Indifferent to you, not caring about your feelings. All this time, my kindness was all an act. I love someone else. It was never you. When he came back to me after Olivia left, part of it was because they looked so similar, I couldn't let go. The other part? I wanted to drag them to hell. Now that they looked less alike, and I had what I wanted. There was no reason to keep up the charade. He reeled, collapsing to the floor. Impossible. You only had me all these years. How could you love someone else? You're lying, aren't you? I looked down at him, describing every detail of my time with the man I loved, how we met, everything. I laughed, then I cried. I watched the light fade from Ethan's eyes. Actually, I should thank you for dumping me for Olivia. If you hadn't, I wouldn't have tried to end my life again. He knew that was the darkest time of my life, yet he abandoned me without hesitation to go confess to Olivia. How could I still love him? He started crying, clinging to my legs like a child begging for candy. He looked like a stray dog, utterly pathetic. I stared at my tear-stained dress, disgusted. Don't cry. It's embarrassing. What do you have to be upset about? Even if I didn't love you, I was with you for years. And you only came to me because you couldn't have her, you used me as a stand-in. Then you dumped me when you got her. Then she left, and you came back to me, then she came back and you dumped me again. I recounted our history with amusement. He interrupted me. His eyes were red, he looked beautiful in a morbid way. But he didn't look like him, and I felt nothing. He pleaded, Sarah, I'm sorry. It took me this long to realize I love you. Give me another chance. I was wrong, I was blinded. You can hit me, yell at me, I don't care if you like someone else, just don't leave me. I thought I only saw you as a replacement, but when I was with her, all I could think about was you. It broke my heart to see you cry. I wanted to give you my heart. Give me another chance. I'll make it up to you. You can pretend I'm anyone you want. He grew more agitated, grabbing my wrist, trying to drag me away. You can't leave me. We'll be together forever, even in death. Let's go get married, right now. I stopped struggling, leaning into him, wrapping my arms around his neck, whispering in his ear, okay, then call Olivia right now, break up with her, tell her you only ever loved me. Ethan's triumphant smile faltered. His grip loosened. He's not like you, so fickle, wanting everything. He only ever loved me. I watched his reaction, a cold smile on my face. As he hesitated, Olivia's ringtone blared from his phone. I answered it for him. Her tearful voice came through, Ethan, where are you? I'm so scared. Are you leaving me? She always used this trick, and it worked on every man. I used to act like that too, and he would always hold me and comfort me. But he wasn't here anymore. Before Ethan could speak, I said, yes, he's leaving you. He came all the way to Arizona to propose to me. Should I say yes? If I do, you better go back to where you came from. She was silent for a moment, then burst into tears. Ethan, help me, I'm so scared. They won't leave me alone without you. I finally recovered, I don't want to leave you. Ethan, after all these years, are you really doing this to me? Ethan's face tightened with every word. I don't want to live without you. I wish you happiness. I'm going to kill myself now, so I won't be in your way. The sound of rushing wind came through the phone, along with Olivia's sobs. He panicked. Olivia, don't do anything stupid. I'm coming back. I watched his expression change, amused. He hesitated, then apologized. I'm sorry. He let go of me. Disgusting. I looked at his pathetic face, laughing coldly. What was the point of everything you just said? But whatever, no need to apologize. I wasn't serious. It was a joke. I patted his hair like he was a dog. Don't think you're so important. I never loved you. Not a single tear I shed was for you. Chapter 7. He was always like this. He claimed to love me, that I was the only one, but the moment Olivia beckoned, he ran back to her. The air around him grew cold. He glared at me, then turned and left without a word. Soon after, Olivia posted online. She showed off her bruised body, hinting that she was the victim of a malicious attack. She cried in front of the camera, I just went to say hello, to thank her for taking care of Ethan all these years, but maybe I shouldn't have come back. I should have died abroad, then she wouldn't be so angry. Her fans rushed to comfort her. Don't cry, Olivia, it's not your fault. Someone else is to blame. How can someone look so beautiful even when crying? My heart aches for her. My inbox was flooded with hate again, blamed for things I didn't do. The few voices of reason were quickly drowned out. After he left, I started posting as him, offering free online counseling for women dealing with bullying, family issues, and relationship problems. Some of the people I had helped turned on me, calling me disgusting. They posted about how disappointed they were. I can't believe you're like this. Disgusting. I thought you were a good person. Shameless, hurting others because you didn't get what you want. You don't deserve love. Pathetic. Plastic surgery freak, you can't hide your ugly soul. My office was vandalized, covered in graffiti. While I was trying to decide which lawyer to hire, Ethan called. I'm sorry, Olivia didn't mean it. Don't take it to heart. I rolled my eyes. So she intentionally led her fans to attack me, intentionally slandered me, intentionally exposed my personal information? He said impatiently, if you hadn't provoked her, she wouldn't have done those things. Ethan Miller, if you're not using your brain, donate it. Don't walk around embarrassing yourself. Remember, karma is a bitch. What goes around comes around. You will pay for your sins. I hung up. A friend of Ethan's texted me, take a look at this, it might cheer you up. The next day, Ethan proposed to Olivia at the Grand Canyon. He broke up with me, then proposed to his first love a few days later, at the place I always wanted to visit. Even his friends thought he was being a jerk. But he didn't care. Plenty of guys were worse than him, and he had money, so people would still kiss up to him. Plus, the whole rich guy reunited with his first love narrative was a hit online. Plenty of mindless followers were cheering them on, drowning out any dissenting voices. I ran into Olivia later. She was showing off her ring, smug as ever. When she saw me, she came right over to gloat. Sarah, you look terrible. You've aged so much. It's no wonder, without love, you wither. Not like me, Ethan's always with me, he's so clingy, I can't shake him off. I laughed. Companionship is nothing. Cold, hard cash is what matters. At least I got a hefty settlement. Enough to last a lifetime. You're not so special. He spent a fortune on one model, and she kept all the profits. Every girl he's been with, he's made them rich. I watched her face crack, amused. I patted her shoulder. You better figure out how to get some shares, some real money from him. Otherwise, you'll be old and broke. Olivia loved showing off online. Fueled by her fans' praise, she became incredibly arrogant. She started demanding Ethan give her roles and investment opportunities. Ethan, obliging, gave her plenty. Every time she signed a contract, she'd send me pictures, bragging. Idiot. Flaunting everything, how could that possibly end well? If she couldn't even understand something so simple, then I couldn't be blamed for what happened next. They deserved to suffer. Ethan pulled some strings, determined to make her a star. I stayed quiet, watching her follower count grow, her face plastered everywhere. My friends in the industry told me Olivia was getting cocky. She leveraged her newfound fame and Ethan's connections to land roles in big-budget movies and TV shows, ready to make a splash. The contracts she signed had massive penalties. Even Ethan's family couldn't afford them. I continued to wait, until she was completely trapped. Until they were both dragged into hell. His sister sent me a flash drive. The security footage from your house was recovered a long time ago. He wasn't going to give it to you, but after all these years, seeing you still clinging to him, take it. Finish what he couldn't. My foolish brother, he wanted to surprise you after everything was settled. But it wasn't meant to be. Chapter 8. I heard that Olivia had finalized all her contracts. The next day was the launch event for her first movie. She arrived in a sexy, low-cut gown. On stage, perfectly made up, she thanked everyone, gushing about Ethan with shy gratitude. They exchanged loving glances, surrounded by a pink, romantic haze. They put on a show for the cameras, reporters snapping photos, praising their perfect love story. Then, a video appeared on the big screen. A woman opened a door. Two naked bodies intertwined on the bed, moaning. The man was old enough to be her father, fat and repulsive. The girl was clearly a younger Olivia. And judging by the timestamp, she was underage. The woman in the video looked a little like me, her eyes red and swollen. She rushed forward, pulling them apart. She screamed at the man, "Are you insane? Have you no shame? How old is she? You have a daughter yourself. How could you?" Before the man could answer, Olivia yelled, "I'm younger, prettier, and have a better body than you. It's normal for your husband to like me." My mom's voice trembled. "You're so young, and you're a homewrecker. Aren't you afraid of karma?" Olivia grabbed her hair, slamming her head against the wall, acting like a spoiled brat. "Karma? Being ugly and fat is your karma. Just divorce him and make room for my mom. Otherwise, neither you nor your daughter will have a good ending." My mom tried to drag her away, but Olivia kicked her in the stomach. Over and over, hard enough to feel even through the screen. And the man who once adored my mom just watched, not caring about her, more worried that she'd hurt his precious Olivia. "Useless woman, no wonder your husband doesn't want you." They started fighting. My mom was losing. She was pushed, her head hitting the corner of a table. She stopped breathing. After a moment of shock, they regained their composure. The two naked figures carried my mom to the window and threw her out, staging it as a suicide. They cleaned up the scene, then went back to bed, their moans louder than ever. That morning, my mom had called, saying she was finally leaving my dad. She was going to take me away, far away. We were so close to happiness. The video caused an uproar. Olivia was caught off guard. She frantically denied it was her. She clung to Ethan, crying, "It's not me, it's fake. Ethan, believe me. I didn't kill her. She fell. I'm not with him anymore. Ethan, don't leave me." Ethan, humiliated, furious at being cheated on so publicly, stormed out. Her makeup was smeared, her dress torn, her hair a mess. Reporters swarmed her, snapping photos, shouting questions. I watched from the crowd, disguised. I enjoyed the show. It was satisfying to see her twisted face. Her good days were over. At the same time, more videos and photos of Olivia surfaced online. Her promiscuity abroad, her explicit videos begging for money. It was shocking. The scandal escalated. Families hurt by Olivia and her mother came forward. People she'd met abroad shared their stories, revealing her sordid past. The girl everyone wanted to be became a pariah overnight. The fire spread to Ethan's family, to him and his friends. Their dirty laundry was aired. His family wasn't clean. His mother had done terrible things to become his father's wife. Now, it all came out. It was a spectacular mess. Soon, a video of them doing drugs surfaced, causing shockwaves through the industry. At first, Olivia tried to defend herself, hiring bots to control the narrative. But it only backfired, revealing even more dirt. The day she was arrested, her creditors showed up. She cried, begging them not to take her money. "Please, I can't live without money, don't take it, I'll do anything." Olivia was sentenced to a long time in prison. I heard many of her fellow inmates were victims of homewreckers. I was sure she'd be well taken care of. Chapter 9. Ethan didn't fare much better. His family abandoned him to save themselves. He and Olivia were legally bound by the contracts he had signed. He was responsible for the massive penalties. His fortune was nothing compared to the fines. I had collected evidence of his illegal activities over the years, sending anonymous copies to his rivals. He was arrogant, he'd made a lot of enemies. Now that he was down, they were all too happy to kick him. His mother, once so haughty, was now hiding like a rat, eating scraps in the slums she so despised. I heard one of his friends, ruined and facing jail time, set fire to Ethan's hospital room, taking them both down. Ethan, once so handsome, was now severely burned, lying in a coma. After Olivia's true colors were revealed, the internet, without any prompting from me, pieced together the whole story, defending me. I went from being the hated villain to the sympathetic victim. The people who had attacked me online apologized. But none of it mattered anymore. Ethan's friend messaged me, asking if I was satisfied. I told him it wasn't necessary, then blocked him. We were together for convenience, and now it was over. That was all. After settling my affairs, I went to visit some old acquaintances. First, Olivia in prison. She looked haggard, her hair a mess, her body covered in wounds. Without medication, her disease was getting worse. She smelled awful, her body oozing. I heard her mouth was covered in sores. She glared at me, hatred burning in her eyes. If there wasn't glass between us, she would have torn me apart. She shrieked, "You did this. You exposed everything. Because Ethan loves me." I chuckled. So stupid. Of course not. Our feud goes much deeper than that. I stood up. Don't tell me you still don't know who I am? I took off my sunglasses, revealing eyes that looked just like my mother's. My mom visited me in a dream last night. She said she'll be coming for you. I watched her terrified expression, adding, "And I remember every life you and your mother took." I left as she screamed. A few days later, I heard she'd gone insane. That same day, I visited Ethan, who had just woken from his coma. I dressed up for the occasion. As he looked at me with gratitude, I whispered, "I'm so happy to see you like this. It must be so painful, the itching, the burning, keeping you awake at night." You have no idea how thrilled I am to hear that. I watched his gratitude turn to shock, then terror. It was amusing. Did you think I got plastic surgery to win you back? You're wrong. Remember when you and Olivia were high and went for a joyride? You hit someone, one dead, one injured. You didn't know, did you? The one who died was the love of my life. He was about to propose. He shielded me with his body. That's how my face got scarred. That day, I swore I'd make you pay. You have no idea how good he was. He helped so many people. He rescued so many animals. He was so good, and he died for nothing, while you got away scot-free. That's not fair. Ethan made a gurgling sound, trying to speak. I almost forgot, his vocal cords were burned. He would never speak clearly again. I pressed my fingers into his wounds. I watched him cry, his eyes wide with pain. I felt a surge of satisfaction. But my face was wet. I couldn't stop crying. You have no idea how much I hate you. You took away my happiness, twice. I gently caressed his burned face. Don't worry, I won't let you die so easily. I'll get you the best doctors, the best medicine. I'll keep you alive. Alive and suffering. Ethan Miller, you deserve this. After enjoying everyone's misery, I went to the cemetery. I brought lilies, his favorite. He loved their purity. He said he wanted to plant a whole garden of lilies. Too bad he'd never see it. After he died, his sister hated me, refused to tell me where he was buried. I had to track it down. She used to attack me, screaming, asking why it wasn't me who died. But this time, her voice was hoarse from crying. Don't sneak around anymore. You're the person he died protecting. Come whenever you want. She put down her flowers and left without looking back. I cleaned the two headstones next to each other, talking to them for a long time. Finally, exhausted, I sat beside him, watching the sunset. Like he was still there. I watched the lilies turn red in the fading light. I closed my eyes, letting the cold seep into my bones. I've always been good. This is the only time. Wait for me, okay?